Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So, travelling. Travelling is just something that we've just come to expect by now. For most of us, it's a daily thing. We either go by bus or train, and for the rich bastards who are lucky enough, plane. Even so, with many different kinds of transportation, we all fucking hate it. I don't think that it needs to be explained to some point. We just all hate travelling. Now, though I can't speak for other countries because mainly I have travelled a lot of places in England, but when it comes to overseas, I've mainly gone with family and we've gone by car. And cars never seem to be as stressful, so I can't really talk about that, and I've never been in buses or trains in other countries, so can't speak about that. But for Brits, we take on a rather ugly transformation. We turn from the standard cynical tea drinker to these stress-ridden catatonic zombies. I think is the only way you can really describe us when travelling. So like I've said before, I can't speak for other countries, but Brits, I feel like, are pretty much the worst. It would be Brits or American, but like I said, I haven't really travelled by bus or train, which I feel are the worst ones. I haven't travelled with any of those outside of England. Anyway, I still feel like Brits are the worst, mainly because we're all grumpy as shit, and we've all got places to be. And if that were to include punching several baby goats in the face, we would do it without hesitation. In a situation as on a bus or a train, when it's just a long day of travelling, it's hard to say what we wouldn't do just to get to where we wanted to go a little bit faster. But, however, while I am on the train or the bus and it's moving, throwing your baby at me will not increase the speed of the bus or said train. However, I do appreciate the gesture. And never have we felt such tension like this, really, than the subway. Buses can be bad, but the subway is worse. I could never, when I was a child, I could never imagine travel being so stressful. However, it's like, the only way I can really describe it is, it's basically like someone threw a math problem in front of a herd of Asians and they all want to solve it so that they have less time in the sweatshop. That is in fact a joke. An incredibly racist joke, but still a joke. Now, travelling etiquette. This is more based towards trains. However, let me continue. There is a certain, I say etiquette, but it's more just what's expected, which is pretty much the same thing, but who fucking cares? It sounds fancier. We've already established I hate etiquette. However, when it comes to etiquette on a train, mainly I'm talking about subway here, this is something that must be done, even if I don't like it, but they are good ones. Number one is take up as little space as humanly possible, as if you were a gymnast, like a professional gymnast trying to fit into a box. That is what your objective must be when you're on the subway. Number two, under no circumstances do you ever make eye contact with anyone. This is a very important one. For you must do for no longer than at most 3 seconds. If you do, bad stuff will happen. And carrying on from that, don't talk to anyone. No one wants to talk to you. We all want to get home. I don't care how many kids you have. Fuck off. Number 3, always throw unwanted babies at slower travellers when you are off the train. because, you know, you want to get home and you don't want this baby. And finally, under no circumstance whatsoever, even if you are about to die, for whatever reason, you must never ask another traveller about directions. Even if they are absolutely certain they know where they're going, you will no doubt confuse them, and it will cause mass panic and confusion, and of course, the throwing of many wanted and unwanted babies. Luckily for me though, luckily for me, I haven't been on a plane in several years. However, I have been to the airport, and my god, it still remains a fresh hell. I think, I honestly think I've blocked the memories of it out. I didn't even need the added stress of actually going to another country in order to have my energy and patience completely sucked from my body. Even once you have your main bag checked in, you still have to go through security, as well as finding your fucking plane and boarding, and meanwhile the families with 6 crying toddlers have been behind you the entire duration whilst walking through the airport. And you can't go any faster because some fat fuck decides to waddle in front of you, waddle in front of the queue in order to become a complete fuckwand. You hope to snake Jesus that he ate one too many Skittles and fucking dies soon. But he doesn't. Because for whatever reason, the Snake Jesus has decided that today is a day that this fat fuck will live. God damn it! And finally, I think this pisses me off more than anything, simply because I love food. Why the fuck is food so expensive? I mean, I know why. You're traveling, you can make more money out of it. It's great, you get more business. Wonderful. But why the fuck is it expensive? I once paid £2 for a small bag of minstrels. I mean, I bet you could get a free fucking voice break. Fuck you. I better get free paper with this shit or something. I don't know. I could have bought some homeless guy a meal with the money I just used for the overpriced pumpkin spice latte. I mean, one of those coffee things all the cool kids like. I don't know what that lovely, delicious drink is. Either way, I wouldn't buy a homeless guy a meal. Is that bad? Probably. Anyway, that was just some of the stuff that pisses me off about travelling. I'm sure I could do a lot more. I'm sure there's a lot more things I could go into. But I'll leave that up for you to say. If you have anything about trains piss you off, which no doubtably you do, please leave below. Thank you all for watching. Hope you've all enjoyed. And may your road lead you to warm sands.